Hey guys, what's going on? I'm finally back. Great to be doing some audios for you guys once again. Today we have a very good match for you guys to check out. It's between me versus Stormbolt Rush. I've actually managed to get a one-on-one replay for you guys. I know a lot of you have really wanted to get some of these one-on-one replays in. I can commentate on rather than just the 2 versus 2 ones that I always do. So I'm going to do a one-on-one. And pretty much to reintroduce myself back to WCReplays.com. It's against a pretty good guy too. He was about 52-1 when I fought him, so you guys are in for a pretty good match. So I'd like for you to get it started at the 15-second mark at the 1x speed, and we can get this match started for you guys to check out. I'd like to get it unpaused in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, unpause. Alrighty. Pretty much to let you guys know what this is going to be, I'm going to be using the bear build against this guy. And I did explain the bear build in one of my older commentaries. I think that was on my LAN Cafe account. So this is an extension of it. This is what I do versus human. And you guys will see it's a little more defensive. It's a tiny bit slower, just for the fact that a little more resources are put into the beginning before you tech up. Apart from that, it's well worth it because I think it's honestly what saved me in this match. And you'll be seeing that in a little bit. Stormbolt Rush, he's got a Smurf account, I believe, somewhere in mid-level 20s. So he was getting on this other one. Because I want to get some guy that was like level 25 or something. He says, hey, I know you, I'm Stormbolt Rush, or something like that. So, he's had multiple accounts. They're pretty good accounts. I didn't know this when I went against the guy until I just checked his stats and I saw that. I was like, oh, that should be pretty interesting. It's rare to find someone who's at this level because I think I was searching level 18 solo. So, yeah, you don't really get too many impressive matches at level 18, except for when you get against like a level 20 player. Then that's when you get a fun match. You get to really try some things out. They're really fun. So I'm going back into solo, I decided. Still going to keep my rank 1 for the 2 versus 2, but that's not really going to be my major concern. Like, sure, if I lose it, I'll get back to it. But, you know, going a little more into solo since summer's coming up, and summer is really when all the big gaming is going on. WCG 2004 for the main one. So, I'm going to go with my Demon Hunter, going to go get some items. Obviously making sure that I do not wake up those friggin' creeps. Because, yeah, not only is it annoying, but it's kind of embarrassing when you disturb all those creeps. I don't know how they cannot see you. Clearly buying items from that shop. But, hell, it can happen. It can also happen from when you're standing behind a whole block of trees. So how about that? Anyways, he scouted out my base. I've already started my tech. And here's the difference that I put into the build order. I got the Hunter's Hall before I teched. I waited till I got the 19 out of 20 mark. And then I just got an Ancient Protector. And by the time he's harassing my base and everything, before he can really establish a good harassment, it'll be too late. The Ancient Protector's going to be up, and it'll help me out a little bit. And that's the only thing I have to worry about. I can run around the map, I can kill as many things as I want. It's just my base that's the weak point. And if I can defend that weak point, I'm in good shape. So, with the Demon Hunter, I'm going to just to try to keep him in place. I'm not sure. I didn't know at this point if he noticed that I was doing the fast tech. So, I wanted to run quickly towards his base. Maybe to kill a few things. Heck, I don't know. But I saw that rifleman. So I'm going to run back there, take some hits onto that. He's already got my attention, so I'm just going to work on that a bit. And I get storm bolted, which sucks. So, storm bolted, I gotta get the heck out of there. Nothing I can really do right now. He's accumulated a pretty good amount. I was trying to pull off another mana burn on his Mountain King before he can rip out another storm bolt, but his cooldown reached it before mine. So my Demon Hunter dies. About a second, pretty much shows how much a second can really count into that one. So Demon Hunter's dead. Sucks. Costs 170 to bring him back. No big deal, because usually once I come into the tier 2, I've got plenty of gold to support myself, so... Which I do. I can afford to take a minor loss, which shouldn't have happened. So, lesson learned, TP the second you get surrounded. Even if it looks kind of cool that you can kind of pull off a mana burn before you can get out of there, it's just you gotta understand the cooldowns and whatnot of things. So, getting my Warden. Warden, I'm going for Shadow Strike, I believe. So, oh well, once I get tier 2, which I got, so I'm going to start working on my Dryads now. Once I have about 3 or 4 Dryads, I think that's the point when you have enough to really take on his current army, because once you got the dual heroes out, I'm just going to focus onto his Mountain King, because if you focus on the guy with the Town Portal, that's your golden ticket out of a really hard situation. Like if the guy's harassing your base, you got all this stuff going up against you, you're going to lose the battle, except if you go ahead and try to force him to portal, just nail that guy, he portals out of there, boom, you got a second chance. Pretty basic strategy, but for those who don't know, it's a nifty little thing to pull off. So, Ancients of Lore are out, the Warden's out, so I invest in Shadow Strike. I'm going to go Shadow Strike, Phantom Knives, actually. Because I want to do more widespread damage, plus anything else, though once it's level 5, I think I put the other point into Blink, because it's at that point when Stormbolt will really, really put some heavy, heavy damage. And it's really hard to escape, even though there's a smaller, stun cooldown thingy. Alright, so checking the top hill. I'm going to try to go get my expansion creeps, but I see that he's creeping it right now. So I'm going to run in there, try to rip him up a little bit. So I try to get as many... I'm kind of hesitant when I'm running into this guy. I see he's pretty much done with his creeps. I should have gone in there and gone for the big attack, because it's at this point where his riflemen were kind of sitting in the back there. I could have gotten some shots off on it. But with that Mountain King with a lot, if I got kind of into that, he's already all the way done with his creeps, so I would have already taken some losses, so decided to stay back a bit. No real urgent thing right there. Holy crap, I just saw that Mountain King. 3 boots of speed. Wow, that is one fast friggin' Mountain King. So he sends a wand just to kind of check out what I've got. So, almost done with the Tree of Eternity. Can't wait to get to that one, because I'm already going to start working on the bears. I get Abolish Magic because I was expecting maybe some casters, especially a Archmage second. Yeah, he's getting his Archmage second, so it pretty much make him useless for the water elementals, because I doubt a human's really going to get Blizzard once he sees all these Dryads. Like, it's really going to affect it. I mean, even if you get Blizzard, I think the damage cap is on 5 units, and if you've got 4 Dryads and a bear, the damage cap will still count the 5 units, even though it won't deal damage to it. So your bear's only going to be taking like 10 damage if it's a 50 damage per second thing. So yeah, that's another little thing you can think of. I think this is when I F it up, or take some heavy losses when I'm trying to get this creeping down there. Check this out. Check this out. This is funny. Hold on. Watch my Demon Hunter. I think he's gonna do it. Wait, does he kill it? Does he kill it? Yeah, he gets a Demon Hunter. Look at that. You can laugh your ass off at that if you want, and I lose a Dryad. Isn't that skill, kids? How about that? I'm trying to run the hell out of the way. I don't know what the hell happened at that. This match is pretty old. I don't know if it was a lag spike that I can make for an excuse or not. Either way, I forgot what level this dude was. Yeah, level 1. So yeah, how about the level 1 kills there, guys? I don't know how the hell I pulled this off. Hold on, let's see what you got going on here. Where did she know? So this is when this Ancient Protector kind of puts his place in there. I got some Druids of the Claw out there, so Master Bears are good. They're always good. So it's kind of easy to see what he's focusing fire on, so I just kind of bring him back out of the way. No biggie. I see that Water Elemental, so I just dispel it. Getting some levels up there. Ripping apart those footmen. Stun is too long for me to really back out of. I lose 2 bears. I was going to heal that guy up on some of the Moonwells back there, but the stupid thing kept on wanting to come back into the battle. So it happens when you get too oriented on a small little spot like that. Your guys are just not really going to run too far from it. That's why it's really good if, especially if they're all going to focus down on one unit. It's best if you do some shift clicks, just so he thinks that you're putting all your micro effort into doing that. So you can kind of toy around with him with some other things. So I'm going to try to force his town portal, which manages to work because I just lost my warden. And if I would have tried to fight the army so far directly on, it really wouldn't be so fun. Let's see now. So I'm going to start pumping a lot of bears now. I checked out his army. He doesn't really have too many of footmen to put up with it too much. If he did, then I'll get a few more dryads. If I saw a little more spellbreakers, then I'd get more dryads. They really work they really work nice. I wouldn't really say too good for frontline, because they're easily dealt with some siege. And you'll see him do it. You'll see him do some siege sooner or later. So he's gonna get his expansion right now. What else can I discuss? What else is interesting for you guys? Nothing really. How about that? So yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bears that are about to come out there. Once you got about 5 bears, and after such a big battle, 5 bears can really handle a lot. I mean, if your micro's right, which you haven't really been seeing going so well. I mean, I lost a friggin' hero to creeps. If you can micro it out right, and if they don't have like spell steal or anything of that sort, those bears are not gonna die. I mean, when he's got the Stormbolt, sure, that can hold it back, but it's just so easy to just keep one bear out of, I think I'm gonna do it in this one. I don't know if I did it in this one or another replay that I can show you guys, but I think I just keep a Druid of the Claw in his Druid form, and just as I get into the battle, I see which one he's going to focus down on first, and I just cast Rejuvenation on that. Like if you Stormbolt something, just pop it on that guy. And so he creep jacks. I creep jack, for that matter. I didn't want to head in from the top area. Put a lot more damage when I get from the left when he's got all of his weak guys out there, so I just do that. Archmage, so close to dying. Those bears are just swatting that guy down there. But right now the creeps are getting pissed off at me, and so I'm kind of forced to fight in between some things right here. But they're doing their thing against the riflemen. Once I see those furbolgs, I want to get the heck out of there, so I manually dispel, and there's just too much going on. He summoned furbolgs right behind my guys, and I had creeps hitting me from both ends. If I would have kept on going with that, I really would have taken some big losses. Maybe I could have pulled off the kill on the Archmage. Excuse me, but I'd have to run in there a little too much. And with that Mountain King, check his Mountain King out. He's loaded up with potions of mana, so not really too wise. I mean, I can mana burn, mana burn, mana burn. He's just going to keep getting that mana back. So the only good thing that is on my part is probably just for the sake of his health going down. Plus the Warden Shadow Strike. I put most of my points into Shadow Strike onto this one, because I saw that he relied on his... I just really saw that Phantom Knives Sure, it's great, but the bears can ruin the riflemen as much as they are right now. So I'm going to try to get more on the hero sniping, just to do a little bit more. So I see the furbolgs out there. I'm hesitant to try to chase them and dispel some of their guys, because I thought his army is right behind there, because he already went to my expansion. I was imagining that he could probably try to come back there and get me. I do believe I remember looking on the map, and I saw blue where the wisp was on my base, where that wisp is. I saw some blue on the map, and I thought that was just like the entrails of his army or something like that. So I was expecting a whole army to be backing that up. So he's coming back there. I want to fight an uphill battle, so uphill battles are excellent. Mountain King sticks out first. So I got a force group 2, hit tab, hit B, target the summons, take him out very quickly. Brings his Mountain King back there, so they're out of harm's way. So with both of their heroes out of harm's way, brings all the riflemen into harm's way. So I work on those pretty quick. Like I said, very easy for me to determine which is being focused fire on here. So he portals out of the way. Just before he gets out of the way, I want to... Easiest way to get the kill, as he's trying to portal out of the way, is just to dispel whatever summons they got. Fastest way to kill something. Good experience too. And if you just killed out a lot of additions to their army, he's not really encouraged to do some power creeping with the summons. No, if he doesn't have it, then he doesn't have it. Alright, I had enough bears, I noticed, so I wanted to get a few more dryads, just to kind of balance it out a bit. So, I did. I don't know, despite all the mistakes I've made, the bear build pretty much works great against human. It works good against night elf. It works moderate against undead. I really wouldn't recommend it unless you totally know what you're doing. You'd have to make some modification of it, because, I mean, I don't know, he just gets destroyers and you're ruined. It just ruins any possible use that bears are, besides some melee units. Mountain Giants will work better, so you'd have to get Dryads and Mountain Giants if you're going against it, so that's what I mean by altercation. I've tried to do it against Orc. I don't know, I'm going to try to make a build where it'll work. I'm still trying to figure it out. But give me some time. I'll think about it for a little bit. So, I noticed some of the Spellbreakers in there, so I'm glad I got some of the Dryads. Because I think despite their spell immunity, the slow poison will hit it. Same thing goes with like Critical Strike or Bash or stuff like that. Used to be spells and abilities it prevented it from, which, I don't know, I'm glad they fixed that up. So he's got mortar teams with his army now, so that'll deal with my Dryads pretty good. Let's see if he's got any upgrades on it. Yeah, he's got upgrades for his, Rifleman, mortar team. The upgrades go in conjunction with each other, so that kind of fits it in great. I was thinking about getting a creeping going down there, but I want to check if he's got an expansion real quick. Just so at this point in the game, I can at least try to set him back, just in case we get into a big battle and there's equal losses. It'll be harder for him to get back into it. So I see some of those guard towers. I don't know how far they end in production. So those Dryads are basically siege, by the way. Holy crap. Yeah, here's where I have the guy in Druid form. See, once he uses his Stormbolt, I think I'm going to heal my Warden. Jeez. Yeah, there I go. But I try to run the Warden back before he gets another Stormbolt ready. Wasn't quite able to do that. So, I come back there. I use the Scroll of Protection, but the spell's stolen rather quickly. So I use Abolish Magic onto the Skeleton Warriors. I try to use it on the ones with full health, because if they're already halfway down in the health, they don't have a lot. They don't have a lot to go until they're totally gone. But I see that he yields his expansion towards me. He lets it die. So I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. I'll just go take that. Get weapon upgrades over armor at this moment. Why? He didn't really have a mass of things that dealt insane amounts of damage to my guys, so weapons kind of came first. Alright, so I'm going to try to take the ground. Don't send a druid like I did right there. That was a very risky move that I tried to pull. It would be a dryad, because dryads can't be bolted. So right now he's got spell steal working. Nothing I can really do. If I try to rejuvenate one of my guys, the spell will be stolen rather quickly. So I run my DH back there for a little, just so he won't get his spell stolen. So I focus everything I got onto that Mountain King. So he gets out of the way. Leaves his workshop for me to take out, but I knew that he teleported right back into his base, and I didn't want to take another Stormbolt, because I knew that Mountain King was prone to get a bunch of Storm, gets all his mana potions and everything. Plus he had enough, so if he did another Stormbolt, there goes a level 5 Demon Hunter. With 350 damage, it's rather painful. So I got some good shots on him, and this is when he gets some good shots on me. He's gonna kill 3 bears on the way out there. There goes how much gold? Wow. Quite a bit. It's a lot. I'm not really in the mood to be doing math at the moment. But yeah, he got some very, very nice shots on me. I don't know. I should have taken an alternate route rather than going up. But lesson learned. Sometimes it's best to go that alternate route. Either that or you'll just be screwed. So it looks like Stormbolt Rush is about to try to attack me. Look at the replay. It's almost at that time. Almost at the end where the big battle's going to go on. Sending out an elemental for his scout. He's got a peasant. I was going to try to get an expansion. I was trying to work on that for such a long time, but I kept on seeing that peasant there. So I knew that he always kept on bringing his guys over to my base. To where my natural expansion was. So that's why I put that wisp onto the side of the map, kind of at the left. So I'm going to go ahead and creep that spot, just in case I'm going to need to get an expansion there. Which chances are, I don't know, I think I finally decided to just go for my natural. Or is that another one? Gosh, I can't really keep track of which matches I have. This match was... Oh gosh, I fought this match quite some time ago. Alright, replenishment potion. That's pretty good. I wish they could sell for 200. I see him, he's at the hill, and he's totally got control of this hill right here. And he's got his Mountain King out there a bit, so he can kind of Stormbolt something. Run back. He's got his siege, so I gotta run there. He can just sit there all day if he wants to. I can try to portal back to my base. I would, but yeah, no portal. So I see those, I don't know if I see the 2 water elementals or not. Yeah, I see it, so I'm gonna just dispel it. Fast kill. But he's got the uphill on me. And I'm just trying to make him run in there a little bit, just so maybe he can, I don't know, try to bring the ground back. But I just saw a brief moment where I can run in there, try to get some kills. Once I get that level 6, I pop in the Metamorphosis as quick as I can so he gets that hit point boost. So I see he's focusing onto the onto that guy, but he's a little too big to take care of, so he says it's a good game. So quite a few retarded mistakes in this one on both ends, but I think that even shows more how the bear build works pretty well against human. I wouldn't really say overpowered for the fact that if a human player sees this, there's things you can easily do to go against it. I mean, Spellbreaker's focus for bears, and Rifleman focus for your Dryads. But he just got in a really bad place at some bad times, and I don't know, we both had some extraordinary luck in this one. I don't know, he got 3 of those bears as he was trying to run out of the way. I got his expansion and got some good kills on him, but I don't know, if he didn't buy all those mana potions and health potions, it would have been a lot easier on my part. So both sides got to try hard in this. I mean, it's a very, very risky thing to do. Anyways, I'll see you all later, guys. And nope, can't think of anything else. Later.